we'll need to get to a map 4 if we're going to see that. And at least so far this season, Team WaR has been a top dog all the way through. So, I mean, hoping to carry that into this first cup. They're going to have some stiff competition all the way throughout. But this first round against Chicago Shrub will be their first test. So, I mean, getting into the first cup of the season is always a lot of nerves for some of the new players to the league. I mean, obviously the main regular season, or I guess the weekday games aren't, you know, they're not nothing, but this is where you really hope to make an impact.
Yeah, you know, it's reps for the show, right? So, you know, today we're in the show, first day, but we're going to get things kicked off here in just a second with that Scar. Sorry, Den? No, Scar. Den. It's Den, Scar, right?
Yep.
Oh, it's going to be boring. Okay.
Yep.
We're going to kick things off with this Den hardpoint here. Going to hop on board here with Logano. Not sure why we can't see the names. It's a weird bug or something to do with our production. However, nevertheless, we're going to hop on board here. Big contest here, and Team Shrub are going to be able to grab these first points as they come up. Not sure what this Janik is. We've got Janik Yusuf, Janik Dark, and Janik Wandel. Don't really know what that is, but I'm messing with it. I can get down with that. Big points here early for Team Shrub, and Team WaR getting shut out currently. Big break comes in. Team WaR managed to secure their first point of the map, and we are rolling. P2 about to pop, and Team Shrub looks like they are going to be in control. This could be a big kill here, and oh my goodness, Yusuf.
Yeah, great start so far to this map. Looking to expand it into even more. Look at the scoreboard right now for Chicago Shrub. 3-1, 4-1, 6-1 for Dark. Almost makes it a 7th, but I mean, this start off the break, it looks like Team WaR coming out a little bit slow, but Chicago Shrub really jumping into this series. Yusuf and Wandel, as well as Geen, have been classic U18 members for a couple of seasons now, and they're showing exactly why they got the pickup. They got the call. As it's the Raiden coming out from Logano. Does fry down one, but not able to find the second.
Yeah, and I think that is just a desperation play out of Logano there. Just needed to change things up, get the ball rolling, but the ball is not rolling. If anything, it is rolling in the opposite direction. Team Shrub currently with a 61-point lead. Big fight here for spawns. Team WaR is going to win that and is going to grab initial. It's just now up to Team Shrub to break on in.
Break gonna be so difficult, but still looking for everything they can. All the way in the back, looking for those spawns is Logano, and will secure them at the very least for P4, but still plenty of time to go on this P3, and right now at least it's Chicago Shrub that are making an absolute meal of this map so far. The cut in through mid could be dangerous, but ripped down as fast as it was threatened by the AR of Dark. And Chicago Shrub keep this lead a-rolling.
Yeah, they have not taken their foot off the gas whatsoever, but Poison going to find a big 2 to keep these spawns in hand. You see on the flip side of the map that Team WaR starting to rotate over on that shingles side. However, the main objective here is going to be to hold them in dojo for Team WaR to start to get something rolling here. It's going to be a big one out of Shefu, but Poison is going to fall in the back. Last player, Poison's still up, going to soak a little bit of this time, but no one around to help. As I say that, though, Dark manages to find a couple in the back, and Team Shrub, once again, in control.
Man, it just feels like they're so on the ball right now. This is a completely different looking Chicago Shrub team from what we saw the other day, it feels like, as they have been really lighting it up. I mean, Team WaR was a team that I was really excited to get my first look at here. I mean, this roster on paper seems like it's got that extra little bit that you need in this U18 league. Great double there out of Logano, but it's still not enough to get purchase in towards those deep spawns. Anyways, it's time for P1 regardless as Poison will lock down a little bit of scrap, but down 100 points at the end of the first rotation. Looking to make it a lot better on the second one for Team WaR.
Yeah. I don't even see the kill feed. What is going on right now?
Yeah, Codcaster is having a moment, which is, thank you, Activision. But, I mean, still, big opportunities on the map all around. Secret, though, really struggling early in this map alongside Shefu. Feels like you need a little bit more from those two players on Team WaR right now. You want to get back into this.
Yeah, Secret just having a generationally bad series for him anyways, but we are going to break on in. There was a lot of contested time there, but Team WaR starting to bring this back ever so slightly. Still down by about 100, make it 90. But P2 about to pop. Chicago Shrub going to try and lock down these spawns. However, Team WaR are getting the scrap and having spawns currently. They don't know that Wandel is in the back. And these shots are just going to ring out. But as Dark is going to soak some of that time. Does hop off real quick to Chow a little bit. But yeah, this is almost a master class. Oh my goodness. Logano, beautiful shots there.
Yeah, it's just so dominant all the way through from Chicago Shrub so far. It just feels like Poison and Logano are the only two players that are really finding anything to do in this map for Team WaR. It's your two subs that are getting active, but again, you're just hoping for a little bit more. Chicago Shrub just holding map control so well right now. Their ARs are just locked in.
I don't even know if it's so much map control. They're just doing a really good job at holding cuts. They're not, their presence on the map isn't super potent. They're just doing a great job at cutting these players off before they can get to time. However, Team WaR are going to break on into this new hill. Poison gets a read on one of these players, not going to be able to find any shots, and the player has skibbity-daddled out of there. Now we hop on in. That's a big kill in 10. Dark's going to be able to find that before he falls. Wandel also going to fall. Big fight here in the mid-cut section, but Chicago Shrub once again in control. Is this going to be a 100-point club?
It could be. I mean, it's on pace for one so far. Team WaR looking to at least get out of the 100-point club to build some momentum into this upcoming search. I mean, you're going to see 3 dens in a row here. This is not how you want your series to start.
No, definitely not. And especially if you're Secret 9 and 21 is just not a scoreline that you want to have. And it's definitely a tough look. We are going to hop on board with him and just sort of see what he's getting up to. Looks like he is just trying to lock down these spawns for Team WaR. But one player manages to get through. That would be Geen, but he gets cut down, and Team WaR start to stabilize on this P. I think this is P5.
I don't know. Yeah, as we had the P4. I mean, I was gonna say I don't know if there is a P5 on this map.
The last hill of this set. And yeah, Chicago Shrub once again in control of the time. I don't even know if anybody's close enough to get there. And it looks like they are not. Chicago Shrub with a convincing map 1 victory there.
Yeah, I mean, I said it before, I'll say it again. A much different looking team than we saw before. I mean, that was just that was a slaughter. There's no other word to put. Team WaR, I mean, it felt like they just didn't even load in during that first rotation. They tried to fight back a little bit towards the second one, but Chicago Shrub just really firing on all cylinders out of the gate. So they'll take that map 1 lead. 250 to 83, though, is such a big momentum builder heading into the search.
Now, I will say the search pace is going to slow down a fair bit. That may play into Team WaR's hand, and we may see a bit of a different outcome here, see if they can't get the ball rolling a little bit. But, yeah, Chicago Shrub just looked dominant. That was absurd.
Yeah, we're in there quick. These teams are gunning it this series. I don't know if I like that out of Team WaR. I mean, obviously you don't want to torch on purpose, but you can take a minute sometimes in between maps to recollect. Might have also fast forwarded a little bit, but yeah, now towards this top side of the map. Already this first round, already out of reach as Jeffu in the 1 versus 4 make it 1 versus 3. Trying to get out of there, but can't do anything.
Yeah, Chicago Shrub are looking unreal.
We see the sniper come through as well there from Chicago Shrub on the offense as well. I think part of that is due to U18 having slightly different sniper rules. Infinite Snipers does allow for a little bit more of that freedom on the map with how you're trying to utilize those snipers. But, you know, I think sometimes it doesn't get quite the value you're hoping for on that offense side. So curious to see if Chicago Shrub will continue to bring it into those offense rounds as this map continues.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I'm going to say. And Yusuf, I'll tell you what, Yusuf is not broke. He does not need fixed. Good Lord, what a shot. Dean not going to be able to find that one, that one not connecting there. Does get picked up, making this a 2v3. Definitely still doable for the side of Team WaR, but it is going to be tough. This Chicago Shrub team must know that they have bomb down. 2 players into 10, 1v2 for Poison. He's going to have to find one of these 2 players and find them quick. However, they have grouped up. They're now just going to play the trade. No trade needed. Chicago Shrub take an early 2-0 lead in this S&D.
Yeah, wow. Chicago Shrub, I mean, they continue that map 1 dominance. There's not a ton more to say about it. Team WaR just can't get their feet under them, it feels like. They're just getting sprinted down in these rounds, and they're just getting outgunned. I think it's that simple. I mean, they just can't find the kills they need to make these rounds work. I think there's, you know, a certain amount of the strategy coming through from Chicago Shrub as well, but it just feels like when their guns are this hot, you got to really try something different here if you're Team WaR.
Yeah, and they're hot for sure after that HP. But let's see if Team WaR are going to be able to stabilize and bring this back even just a little bit. That's going to be a big stun connect, big info there. But somehow this player manages to get in for free, finds the kill, and once again, we are in a 1v3 for Secret. Currently sitting 0-2, make it 0-3 as Chicago Shrub are on a roll.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been an absolutely incredible showing out of Chicago Shrub. I mean, we've gotten looks and glimpses at this team. I know they eluded us the other night with that forfeit, but I wish this was a team I got to take a look at a little bit earlier. I mean, this team just looks incredible right now. I mean, obviously, like I mentioned earlier, you got those big names. Yusuf, Dark, Wandel, and Geen are by no means strangers to these high-pressure scenarios, but neither is Team WaR. I mean, these are 8 very common names in the U18 scene, and it just looks like one side is just having their way with it. As this ball fight coming down, I mean, 2 versus 3 already does give opportunity now to Team WaR.
It definitely does, and this is going to be a tough retake for Chicago Shrub. Definitely not impossible. You have Geen on that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. Talk about flipping the script. Secret last man up with the sniz is going to have somebody flanking around. Does manage to spot him. Going to be able to find those shots. Bomb is currently getting defused. No. Not able to hit the jump shot. Oh my goodness. Chicago Shrub in a desperation play managed to take that round. That's deflating if you're Team WaR.
Yeah, really tough. I mean, as this map goes, it just gets harder and harder. I mean, you had the numbers advantage, you had everything, and then Geen just tears it all to shreds. I mean, 4-0 now. I'm going to say it. This is a must-win round if you're Team WaR, if nothing else, to get something going heading into this 3rd den. But so far, this map set seems to not be what they're hoping for, as in quickly through server. Shut down there. It'll lead us now into this 1 versus 4. First kill found from Wandela, and I would not put this full clutch past him. Okay, never mind.
I would.
You know what? That's valid. That's valid.
Team WaR able to stabilize there. Looks like there's some extracurriculars going on. Man, I wish we could hear game chat sometimes. They are letting them know.
Oh yeah, these players have a history. These players have played against each other many a times on scattered rosters, but now, as they unify under the banners of Team WaR and Chicago Shrub, it looks like, at least for now, Chicago Shrub with that big upper hand. Team WaR, though, with one round on the board, looking to make it a second. If they can start building that momentum, still could look to make this comeback happen here in S&D.
Big shots, big tags. Not going to be able to find that one as... looks like a 1-for-2 trade comes in. Secret is going to be able to tag that player up in mid. That player most likely will not chow quite yet. Looks like Chicago Shrub is running a 1-2. Oh no, they're just all sort of floating on their own islands. Big win there out of Secret. That is going to be the equalizer that they needed. Making this a 2v2. Bomb has yet to be planted. Big shots there. Big trade out of Poison. Geen left in a 1v1 situation. Bomb currently getting planted. Geen does know where this player was last sighted. Bomb is down. Small room. 1v1 coming up. Oh my goodness. Geen slides in with all the confidence in the world. Is going to be able to get this bomb defusal. And we are looking at a 5-1 game currently. Team WaR need to do everything to come back from this.
And I want to go back to what you just said. I think that confidence is just so apparent in this search and destroy. Chicago Shrub are just flying at Team WaR a lot of the time, and it just is working. I mean, when you look at the Team WaR scoreboard, it doesn't look too disparate. These rounds have been close, but Chicago Shrub consistently just able to find those extra pieces and put those rounds together. So, I mean, this one might already be a little bit out of grasp, still possible, but with that first blood ever further out of reach, down goes your whole team in the blink of an eye. And in a 2 versus 1 now is Secret. Chicago Shrub looking to close this one out quick.
Yeah, Secret does have the information on both these players, though. Knows where they are at, or they now know where he's at. They saw that Semtex come in. One player looking over that mid cut. Looks like they are going to opt for a bit of a dojo hold here. Secret trying to get just a 1v1 gunfight. Manages to find it, but Chicago Shrub take the map 6-1. Man, they're coming out to make a statement.
I mean, statement map 1, statement map 2. I mean, Chicago Shrub, I don't know what else there is to say. They just make it look so clinical, and I expect to see the same here coming into this map 3. Back to Den, this time on Overload. I mean, I don't know how much more you've got left in the tank here if you're Team WaR. If this is where you end your winner's bracket run, you'd hope to do it in at least past a map 3, but so far, Chicago Shrub has just looked so dialed in.
Yeah, they're as the kids say nowadays, they're teed. Big round win out of Team WaR there. However, it was too little too late, in my opinion. It was 5-1 or 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1.
Either way, it's such a massive mountain to have to climb back from. It's not impossible, but it's definitely going to be a tough look. We are just going to get a host change in here. I believe we're doing it a little different this year, where somebody hosts 1 and 2, and then the other team gets 3, 4, 5.
I'm not 100% sure on that one, but still, though, we'll need to go to a very, very quick break here, I believe. Just get everything squared away before we head into that map number 3 on Den Overload. So we're going to send it to a very quick break. Do not go anywhere, though. The potentially final map of this series on the other side of the break. Maybe not. I think we're still live.
No break.
I think we're chilling. Did just get columns that they did start map 3. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So we get a little bit more time to chat, but I mean, I don't know how much there is to chat about. Chicago Shrub with 2 of the fastest maps I've seen all season. I mean, they're poised to take this.
We've seen a faster hard point.
That is true. No, you're 100% right. We have.
We've seen a faster hard point, but I don't think I've seen a faster search. That was absurd. They took no time in their setups or anything. They just ran that down, and it worked. However, we are going to hop on board here. Team WaR are managing to find everything right now. It looks like that host swap may have just been the ticket, as they're only 2 of their players have died, where on the other side, we have 3 players with a kill, 2 players going double neg, 1 player without a kill. Now it's just a matter of what Team WaR are going to be able to do here. And as of now, it's not looking like a whole heck of a lot, but this EMP is moving and grooving to the dunk, and that's going to be a very early lead. Oh my, if Poison got that one, I would have gone ballistic. Good Lord.
Spawning topside, though, for the device. Couple of kills is all you need here just to find Dark for another point on the board. Jaeger finds it, but the rotate cut in through mid. Barely there in time to catch it. So it'll stay now towards P2. Look at number 4 and 1 on the minimap, though. Yusuf and Wandell getting in deep and trying to get those spawns up towards the north side. But 1 kill from Poison puts another point on the board. They get a little too aggressive there for the side of Chicago. Shrub and Team WaR making the best advantage of this strong side so far.
Yeah, they're doing fantastic. Chicago Shrub is going to spawn in close to that EMP, but getting picked apart in the back. It's just a matter, can the players... Nope, that is going to be another quick dunk there for the side of Shrub, getting their first points on the board. Team WaR doesn't look panicked quite yet. However, losing that gunfight may start to change your tune, as it looks like they are just going to try and cycle this in. They have full control of this side of the map. Manages to find 2. Not sure if they know about this third player there. Big shots back and forth. The trade game is unreal right now, but great shots out of Geen. He has showed that year after year he is sticking around to compete, and Chicago Shrub are going to take the lead on the weak side of this map. Yeah, I don't... Team WaR in a bit of a pickle here. Big pickup there. Not going to be able to find anything else. Logano going to be able to find a couple there, and now he's going to manipulate spawns.
Yeah, that'll be another one.
EMP carrier is going to get taken out, and we are going to have 3 apiece. 2 minutes left on the clock. EMP spawning right back up in mid. Trades going back and forth, but currently 2 players dead for both sides. No real advantage here. 1 player getting in the mix in spawns for each team. Big win there out of, I don't even know who, so I still can't see the kill feed.
Yeah, big win out of Yusuf, but Geen from that mid cut again, just so powerful. Having control of that P3 side, being able to influence mid through multiple angles, just so important. Now trying to tear through Dojo. This Dojo hit, such a difficult one, but they found a great time where the numbers are a little bit sparse. Poison, that mid-cut player, does get found, and with a big kill in the spawn, Yusuf should set up for another point on the board, ripping 1 head down before they slam it home. A huge half once again out of Chicago Shrub as they readjust after a bit of an awkward start as they went 3-0 down, and they respond very swiftly.
Whoa, 2-0 down. Let's get our facts straight here. They were 2-0 down, and they got to 3.
I mean, just great performance regardless. I mean, we saw a lot more life there out of Team WaR, which is exactly what I wanted to see heading into the map 3. I think Overload is a mode where there's a good mix of what your players are able to do on the map, but it's, again, those sub-players on Team WaR that are having those performances. The ARs, though, just a little bit behind. Secret and Shefu need to pick it up a little bit more, it feels like, if they want to come out of this map or even this series with a win.
Yeah. Oh, great shots there out of Wandell. Not going to be able to find the kill, though. Poison is going to get tagged up. Almost 1 shot. Big shots there. Not going to be able to find the kill. Poison rotating into this mid-cut area. Finds the tags on that player top window. Big read. Not going to be able to win that one, though. And it is just all out war around this EMP right now. Nobody making any real progress. Dark, surprisingly low amount of engagements. Big win there. Not going to be able to find the kill. Does tag that player up, though. No tie for the runner there. Big shots at a Logano. Getting active. Not going to be able to find that second player in mid-cut. EMP is up, and it is still in a dangerous position. EMP has been picked up. Big shots there. Player is going to get stunned, and Team WaR with another goal line stand. Just doing great things over here. Big win. Not sure what that player was doing. Maybe his controller died.
I'm going to take a hot guess that it might have been a little bit of trash talk, maybe. I hope that's what it was, because these players are playing with some passion on this overload. Still within one here is Team WaR. This north side of the map, though, just feels like such a difficult place to try to attack from this side. Without dojo spawns, this north side just feels almost impossible. Team WaR looking to try to do it regardless, though. At least initially. They're taken down pretty handedly.
Yeah. Team WaR looking. Ooh. Great shots there at Ageen. A little bit of windies, but the other player that he took out also hit some windies there. And this is just such a tough side to break through if you're Team WaR. The spawns for that south side are just so nice. But EMP does get reset back to that middle point. This is where all the eyes are going to be rotating to. Look at number 7 getting in, getting active, essentially bumping elbows with number 3. Number 3 hurt super low, but manages to find the shots with the Jaeger in mid-cut and take that EMP carrier down. Top broken is going to clean that player up. He's going to pick up 2. Make it 3. That's 3 dead for Chicago Shrub.
That's only going to get them out of their spawn, though. Or apologies, Team WaR looking to bear down here. Geen on that mid-cut. Going to find a big opportunity to drop that device carrier. Shefu all the way in the back, and Logano standing good on the front is exactly what you're hoping for. Shefu waking up big in this second half, but they still need to get that point on the board right now for Team WaR. Great shots out of Logano to try to force on in. Maybe 1 or 2 more kills. Could have found an opportunity, but just not mounting as much an offensive as they're hoping for. Look at number 6, though. Secret getting involved on the minimap. If you're not providing in the kill feed, there's still ways to be useful on overload, but getting shut down there will sort of reset that attack once more. 1.5 minutes, and we've been at a pretty deadlocked second half so far. Chicago Shrub now with control. It feels like if they get another one on the board here, this one is over.
Yeah, definitely, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Team WaR shut that down, and they shut it down quick. Now, they have to manipulate these spawns. They have to get these big kills, these impactful kills, but you are getting lit up by Yusuf in the back line, and he's going to find 2. Make it 3. Big reads here. Tough spot to be in. No help around. And Chicago Shrub are once again going to get stopped at the goal line. What is going on?
Yeah, it just feels like they're not able to find a player in to cut those spawners. I mean, they just can't win wave on wave of kills like you need to if you're going to try to get in the front. 1 more kill is all that you needed there. But the Jaeger betrays a little bit. Great shots out of Wandell to stay alive. The player does cut in through mid. That's poison, but dealt with after only finding the 1. So a big close attack there out of Team WaR, but now things get really awkward. Device resets pretty quick there. It felt like big attack mounting in through the middle of the map. They cut now towards the B side. It feels like this is do or die right now if you're Team WaR. 1 more kill and it will go. Tie to the runner. Poison slams it home. We may see a search and destroy here at the end of this map 3 essentially. Let's try to get in deep. Wandell tries to get that initial timing. 3 seconds left. Yusuf is on a perfect timing. Right as time expires, Yusuf finds them both.
Oh, this is great Call of Duty. Oh my goodness. Team WaR, Logano left in a 1v3. Going to be able to find that first. The runner is on him, but Chicago Shrub shut it down. 3-0 sweep of Team WaR. Ladies and gentlemen, break out the brooms. Good Lord.
That was a great overload, though. After a
This
couple
was disgusting.
yeah, that was crazy. I mean, people don't believe me when I say the Jaeger is better than the AR sometimes. It feels like it sometimes. Man, that gun just rips. But man, what a series out of Chicago Shrub. What a map 3, though, out of Team WaR. Don't want to put it past them. I mean, I think if they played like that all series, I really do think they had a great shot to take us map 4, map 5, maybe even take that series. But they showed up a little late. Obviously, still now heading down to the losers bracket. They get a plentiful amount of opportunity to try to fight on back, but they're going to get the longest possible road into the finals if they want to get there.
100% they will. And real quick, I'm going to do something a little different today. For anybody that's hanging out watching the U18 stream, obviously you're watching us. You're not watching the CDL, so I am going to keep you guys updated on that. Currently, Miami Heretics, Boston Breach, 1 map apiece. That aside, let's real quick talk about that series. Chicago Shrub came out, and they came out hot. They 100-point club Team WaR in the HP, 6-1 in the S&D, and then finally it seems like Team WaR wakes up, and it's just too little too late at that point. You get into these 50-50 maps, especially Overload. It's such like a tug of war unless you're able to really sort of get that cycle on and put the spin